In this video, we're going to talk about SPRT, or what is now known as GREE, which is the name of the stock after the merger. More specifically, this video tries to make sense of what happened to the stock, why it happened to it, and what's probably going to happen in the days and weeks to come. But before I go further, I just want to say that for people who have lost a significant portion of their capital or even wealth in SPRT, that ultimately money is really just money. Don't let the frustration and the negative sentiment affect your life in other areas, because first of all, it won't change anything, and second of all, it's not worth your time to dwell in the past. This is the stock market. At all times, you could have won, but you just lost in this particular trade, right? So it doesn't mean that you're necessarily wrong in your analysis. It's just how things can turn out sometimes. So don't beat yourself over it. So SPRT is originally what seems to be an IT support website, and recently was the target of short sellers that occupied a large amount of its outstanding float. Retail traders believe that they have an opportunity to squeeze out those shorts, because if they cannot push the shares lower, they have the cover at some time. It worked for a time because it was enough to boost the stock price by almost 3 times of what it was initially. However, a few days ago, the company announced that it's gonna merge with a clean energy crypto mining company and changed its symbol to GREE, which then changed the ratio of shares currently available and also modified the paradigm for the outstanding options. With that being said, the short sellers put in everything they got upon the announcement and pushed the stock price down and completely reversed the momentum so far. A lot of people are very surprised by the speed at which the merger was announced and acted upon, because when some traders tried to contact their own brokers or banks for information, even they didn't have the documents of the merger, or the details seemed very murky. It seems to be something that was very well organized, planned ahead, and the main question now is whether the two companies merged was done so in order to help the short sellers to get out of a potentially hairy situation. First of all, the merger happened in such a rapid and, I want to say, incognito way that it's hard to say that there isn't any sort of hidden agenda behind the merger. Of course, the owners of the two companies apparently were classmates before, so they knew each other, and maybe the process was therefore faster. But other than that, frankly, it doesn't really hold that much weight, especially knowing that this stock was under attack from short sellers and a focus point for retail traders who want to squeeze them out. The second element is that most short squeeze stocks, let's call them that way, have gone down last week and almost at the same time. And many people think that there is at least some arguments for the merger to be an action to facilitate the short sellers getting out of many different positions and attacking the retail traders in different companies at the same time. Of course, regarding this, an alternative reasoning may suggest that those stocks just fell at the same time because they were held by a similar kind of investors who were looking to short squeeze the meme stocks. In that case, it would make sense that the same kind of people would be dumping shares at the same time. Of course, that again doesn't dissipate completely my suspicions, so make it what you will. Regarding the future prospects of the company, I think that there are reasons to believe that the stock will stop its downward trend, mainly because it's now at the same level as it has been for the past few years, And structurally speaking, it's now a larger company with operations that seem more adapted to the current world. What I mean by this is that, in the past, support.com used to provide IT services. It now mines cryptocurrencies. So personally, I do believe that the latter is much more attractive for the market. The narrative is much more, it's much more appealing to investors, all things considered. And going forward, I believe that the stock will stop going down and maybe even slowly grow back. But the most important lesson to learn in this case is to diversify your risks, even if you believe that there is 100% chance that it'll go in the direction you wished for. You never put all the eggs in one basket. From where things currently stand now, I would recommend to buy at current price point for approximately 0.5% of your portfolio. And if you have shares in GREE already, I would recommend to wait a couple of weeks and to see if it may go higher before selling. Essentially, the bottom line is don't sell it just now, because it may very well be the lowest point it's going to be for the upcoming few weeks. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.